Hey guys, welcome back to the RTS Guided Programming Coaching Call. Coach Mike, as you can see, I'm on the road a little bit this week, so thanks for bearing with me. A little bit of a different process, a little bit of a different timing, but thanks for bearing with me. First question up this week says, on the topic of squatting shoes, what exactly determines whether an athlete squats better in heels versus flat shoes in your experience? I've tried squatting in both flats and a 3/4 inch heeled Olympic shoe, but I can't tell which squat mechanic is more desirable. I want to say squatting in flats feels more comfortable, but it's less stable, and the weights feel heavier. My estimated 1 rep max seems to be lower in flats as well, but it might just be an adaptation thing. Also, I listened to the coaching call where you compared your cobbled dew winds, the metal shoes and the Titan shoes. Are the metal and Titan shoes as stable as an Olympic shoe, or are they more comparable to a wrestling shoe? Let's see. If your squatting is just stronger with a heeled shoe, then my inclination is to say to stick with that and go that route. Especially if your mechanics are fairly comparable. If you're more you sound like you're more comfortable in a heel. And if there's no significant mechanical difference, that may just be the way to go. I wouldn't necessarily resist that. With that said, if you want to work on some flat stuff a little bit more, you're more than welcome to. You could start out by doing things like your good mornings and maybe any wide stance work and stuff like that in flat shoes. And then, see where that takes you. As far as my experience between the dew winds that I wear now, the metal shoes and the Titan shoes, they all feel quite stable to me. I used to squat in wrestling shoes as well. Those also felt stable to me. They're all pretty equal. They're all way better than Chuck Taylor's or anything like that. They all felt pretty equal to me in terms of stability. I didn't get any squish or roll, like even with the wrestling shoes, like it was a specific kind of wrestling shoe. I know some wrestling shoes have none of them are huge in terms of sole thickness, but some of them have a substantial sole and that can squish. But the particular kind of wrestling shoes I had were very thin. The metal shoes are not like wrestling shoes. I guess they sort of are. Imagine if you took a wrestling shoe and then made it out of a stiffer leather. So it's not like soft and pliable like a wrestling shoe is, but it's thin, it's flat, it's minimal. The thing I didn't like about the metal shoes was that it's just a narrow foot body. I wish that particularly the toe box on the metal shoes were just a little bit wider, and then I would be head over heels for that shoe. The Titan shoes, they have a little bit of a heel to them. They're extremely stable though. I think they're great for squatting. One thing that I am looking for in a flat shoe is a shoe that I could squat and deadlift in as well. So I want something that's going to be pretty thin. I don't know, that's just a personal preference. It's not a material consequence, but anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on some squat shoe stuff. So hopefully that helps.